What you've heard so far is me modeling the female voice. What about the male voice? Particularly in the high school choirs, you have to work with the tenors largely because, and the basses, because you're going to have more tenors. Well, I shouldn't say that because maybe they might have equal numbers. But frequently you're going to have guys that can do tenor. The basses, on the other hand, are going to be guys that can't sing tenor, but they can sing bass. But they may or may not be true basses or baritones. But to give you an example of what I'm talking about, when I ask a tenor to sing, there's two ways they can produce the sound. This is G. It's the high G in the bass clef. So it's going to be like the third line in the bass clef. The C being the top line after the bass clef. Then you've got E, then you've got G. So you know about where I am. Now here is a tenor who doesn't know how to correctly, safely produce the sound. They're going to stick the chin out because it stretches the vocal folds artificially, what are called artificial. And watch what happens. And that is, that I have to be very careful because that's kind of hard on my vocal folds. Now I'm going to turn around and I'm going to change the posture of my head because we're again talking about the clarinet being an instrument. So this is an instrument. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the sound back this way. So instead of singing it out this way, I'm going to bring it back, and it's going to soften the sound up a little bit, and it's also going to make it safer for me to produce. So here's the G. Now listen. Now I'm what's called a lyric baritone. So tenors can also be taught that. Now, if you've got basses on the other hand, the best thing a bass can do is to open his mouth. Because it's so easy to sing the low notes, and you'll have them frequent doing this, pushing the chin down into the throat and singing these low notes down here. Oh, oh, and they've got to sing down to it. What I tell basses is you don't sing down to the note. Here's the note here. You don't sing down to it like this. You want to keep your head, your instrument straight. Remember the clarinet. You want to keep your instrument straight. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go down and pick up that A flat, which is at the bottom of my range. Okay, listen to it. Because if I try to sing down to it, I can't do it. So the only way I'm going to sing this low A flat is just to go down and pick the voice up. So watch. I don't change the mechanism. I just go down and pick it up right here. And that's what you want to do with your basses. The other thing is that what happens with basses when they get up to C's up here, now they're starting to get to the end of their range. And what will typically happen is the pitch is up here and they sing and they're almost there. They're almost there. So what you try to do is when you sing this C up here, top line above the bass clef, is that, okay, singing forte, they can sing it. They can just do that all day long. Well, the problem is that what if you want to do pianissimo? And that's what typically happens with high school choirs, is that the subtleties between a fortissimo and a pianissimo, though they be subtle, makes a whole lot of difference. So if you only have 4 or 5 basses, you don't want to lose the harmonic in the voice because they're going from to going because there's no harmonic there. So what we do is we show them a way to produce that C safely, but what you have to do is you have to open up the mouth, drop the jaw, and you can still sing it lightly. Example. So whenever I have a high C or a D or an E in the choir, I just lower the jaw. By lowering the jaw, I keep the integrity of the sound and I do not affect the harmonics. So if you have 3 basses and 4 tenors and 15 sopranos and 12 altos, if the basses are producing harmonics, they can still carry the whole choir. So harmonics are incredibly important. A choir without harmonics is a choir without a voice. Otherwise, you've got microphones spread out all over the place picking up the voice. So I hope you understand the whole issue of harmonics and what a difference it can make in the singing voice. Thank you.